NEET-PG cutoff has been reduced to 0. You have any details on that?
Yeah, definitely. I was reading about it somewhere. Yeah, here. Health Ministry reduces NEET-PG cutoff to 0 percentile for this year. The government on Wednesday reduced it to 0 across categories, making all medical graduates eligible to participate in the counseling process for admission to super specialty courses this year. There are nearly 70,000 PG medical seats across India. Of them, 2,000 to 2,500 seats remains vacant each year because there are no takers. So, we were talking about how these, this entrance exam, they create a pressure among students, and the cutoff is high because the standard of medical education in India is particularly very
Now
high.
the question is, why are we in fact conducting these? If you
if
want to
it's
bring it to
0,
0, why the hell are you even conducting this?
I mean, even this year, after 2 rounds of counseling for NEET-PG, many seats are lying vacant. So the argument that they are saying is that there are seats vacant and there is nobody to take because nobody was able to, pass that criteria, pass that eligibility factor. But when you discuss this matter, there are things that this is going to make a joke out of the medical, standard that we have, the education standard that we have to maintain. That if you give it to 0,
and NEET is a very contentious issue in our country. Well, there are a lot of states who want to move out of NEET.
Yeah, and now that you are saying that it's going to get 0, I mean, how is it going to help India, and how are they going to, I think it's going to create a joke out of the medical, medical standard, medical education standard
what about
that
the
India
students?
has been.
Students who have been, trying to strive for those good scores so that they can get their choice of, this is for PG, so it will be specialization. So they would be looking for that specialization that they want. They would be burning the midnight oil, and then you're suddenly told that you're just equal with everyone. If a person who has 0 is also eligible to sit in that counseling.
And Verghese is just not who scored 0 marks. It says that after the detailed analyzing of the NEET-PG 2023 results, it shows that 0 percentile cutoff means 14 candidates who scored 0 marks are eligible to sit in the counseling, and 13 students who scored negative marks will also qualify, with the lowest getting -40 out of 800. So
-40 has a value.
Yeah. So
this is complete ridiculousness of the entire examination system.
Definitely. I mean, a student who scored good marks out of 800, he might have scored something in 700s, and a student who scored -80 is also being qualified to sit in the counseling process. So, we were talking about, 2-3 days earlier that the NEET institution that really needs to reduce the pressure out of student, but this is something really extreme. There needs to be some criteria, there needs to be some eligibility factor that comes in, so that students, I mean, it's unfair to the students who are scoring good marks in NEET-PG, and then you have a -40 student who scored -40 out of 800 who's going to sit equally. I think that is something problematic, and they need to relook at this decision.